If you've just started university for the first time, you might find that there are a few surprises waiting for you around the corner, and things aren't necessarily quite as you've come to expect from high school. The first thing you're going to notice is that the lectures that you experience in university are a slightly different size. In first year classes, they can often be held in great big lecture theatres, and the lecturer is going to be standing all the way at the front, down here, and presenting on a screen, and you're going to have a lot of your peers all around you. And that's not too bad, and you're going to learn a lot, but you're going to be doing a lot of sitting, listening, and writing, and not a lot of question asking. So, I've got a question for you. And the question is, what do you do if you have a question? So what do you do? The first thing that you can try is tutorials. Once a week usually, you're going to have the opportunity to sit in a group that's smaller, maybe 20 or 30 students, and ask questions and work through some practice problems with a tutor there present to answer your questions. This is great, but the problem is we might have 45 minutes per week, and the tutorial size can sometimes be 20 to 30 students. So, if you're at university, I'm expecting you can pretty much do the maths on that and see you might end up with 1.5 minutes per student. And I'm going to give that a frowny face. I'm not saying that tutorials aren't a great thing to have. In fact, I find them very useful a lot of the time. But if you're like this gentleman over here, sometimes if you fall a bit behind, or you're stuck, or you don't quite understand, a tutorial once a week is not necessarily going to catch you up, especially if you're not up to date on what the current tutorial is. If you've fallen behind by a week or two, then the current class is not necessarily going to help you, and you might not know what's going on. So what do students do then? Well, in my experience, they have two friends. First, they go to their favourite friend, Mr. Google, and try and search for help on there. Or you might go on YouTube as well, and you'll probably find a lot of the answers eventually, but there's a lot of information to plough through. A more favourable choice is to find your smartest friend and SMS and Facebook them and generally pester them until they give you the answers that you need. That's great if you've got a friend who's doing the right class and they know all the right answers. And actually, my suggestion is you make as many friends as you can, because a lot of the degrees, it's the people who have the right network who get the best results. And that's where we come in. So MyGuru is designed to help people who don't necessarily have the right network in order to find the right answers to their questions at the right time. And even for the people who do have the right network, it can even enhance their experience at university. So what do? We've got make videos just like the one you're watching right now, which is made as a doodle, where we can write information, insert pictures, and point to important facts. The next type of help we give is screen captures. So, if you are taking a class that involves a lot of programming, you'll need to learn how to use MATLAB and maybe Excel and some other programs, and we can actually capture the screen as the guru is demonstrating the answers to the questions that you're stuck on. The third thing that we can do is make high-definition webcam videos, or HD videos. And finally, within the actual MyGuru site, we also just have text answers. Those are the most boring, but also the fastest to get your answers straight back to you. So, those are the 4 ways we can answer questions. How do we do it? Well, if you look at the other videos on the site here explaining how it works, you just go onto the site and ask a question, and pretty soon you're going to get an answer back from a guru in the class that you're having trouble with. So that's it. If you've got questions, and I know you do, we have answers.